Hey YouTube, Twig here, bringing you all my 6 Samurai Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile for July 2019. We have a lot of cool upcoming sets coming out for this month, and to basically pass the time until then, I thought I'd update a few other decks that people have requested, 6 Samurais being one of them. It's a really, fun deck for sure if you're into just getting a lot of monsters out on the field and having a bunch of different summoning methods for the deck. And I know that 6 Samurais have a Link monster. I don't know when we'll be getting it. It was just recently announced in the Link Vrains Pack 2 and been out for a little while in Japan now. Just waiting to get it in the TCG. We had a good amount of links announced for the Battle Legends pack, but I think we'll just see this Link monster later on. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So to start off for the monsters, for the 6 Samurai monsters, obviously, I run 3 legendary 6 Samurai Kizan. With this one, if you control a 6 Samurai monster with a different name, you can special summon this card from your hand. And while you control 2 or more other 6 Samurai monsters, this card gains 300 attack and defense. So Kizan is just an easy monster to special summon out to the field for your plays. Your big one, obviously, being your legendary 6 Samurai Shien. If you're new to 6 Samurais, it's your main synchro to go for, and just having a level 1 tuner in the deck and Kizan makes it a very easy play to go for. So 3 Kizan definitely does help just to make that play a possibility. And I also run 3 legendary 6 Samurai Kageki. When this card is normal summon, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower 6 Samurai monster from your hand. And while you control a 6 Samurai monster with a different name, this card gains 1500 attack. Having 200 attack originally makes it more of a card just to set up your plays. Another one, aside from Xian, being your sold Link monster with the equip spells, which we'll get to later during the spells for the deck. Having that play just to set up your Bamboo Swords, which is draw power along with other cards in the deck. For this card, it is a very crucial part just to get another monster out for that summon. But we also run some level 2 tuners, so if you summon those out, it's another option for your synchro into Xian as well. And then I also run 2 secret 6 Samurai Kizaru. When this card is special summoned, you can add from your deck to your hand 1 6 Samurai monster with a different attribute from every monster you control. And if exactly 1 6 Samurai monster you control and no other cards will be destroyed by a card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. So just like the other secret 6 Samurais, Kizaru has these protection plays from your graveyard, which definitely do help some of your other 6 Samurais, especially the extra deck ones you summon out, just from being destroyed by your opponent's card effects and keeping them on the field. But it also works very, very well with Kageki, just being able to have that special summon play, basically meant for this lineup, and Kizaru for that search, just so you keep your hand consistency with some of your other 6 Samurais. And I also run 3 legendary 6 Samurai Mizuho. If you control a legendary 6 Samurai Shinai, you can special summon this card from your hand, and once per turn, you can tribute another face-up 6 Samurai, then target 1 card on the field, destroy it. The fact that it's 1 card on the field definitely does make it a very good play to go for to take care of a lot of problematic cards your opponent may have with it. I also like to run 2 legendary 6 Samurai Shinai. If you control Mizuho, and this card, you can special summon this card from your hand, and this card on the field is tributed. Target 1 6 Samurai monster in your graveyard except Shinai and add to your hand. So the consistency in the back and forth between Mizuho and Shinai is the best combo play to go for sure with these cards. I run 3 Mizuho and 2 Shinai just for the tribute ratio with these cards, just needing another one to tribute for Mizuho to make it work. So you want to keep Mizuho on the field, and then being able to tribute Shinai for that add back effect and destruction all works very, very well together for your numbers and these cards. But also just having the easy special summon between the two of them gives you other options, just like I said with Kageki, for your special summons. And then for a few lower numbers as well, I run 2 legendary secret of the 6 Samurai. When you normal or special summon a secret 6 Samurai monster, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can use this effect of secret of the 6 Samurai once per turn, and once per turn you can banish 1 level 4 or lower 6 Samurai from your graveyard. Until the end of this turn, this card's attribute, level, and attack and defense become the same as the banished monster. So we run a good number of the secret 6 Samurais as well. One of them, which we'll get to in just a bit, Fuma, gives you another option for your Xian play right then and there with this card. If you want to do to only run one and just have some other different options, you could try running Shogun Shien just as another special summon option for having powerhouses in the deck if you wanted to drop this number down as well and not run it. You could try putting in another equip spell just for more access to equip spells for our sold plays. Mostly just player preference there for this card if you didn't want to run it as that option. And I also run one Elder of the Six Samurai if your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters. You just need another easy special summon from your hand to make use of for your cards and resources on the field. And I also run one Secret Six Samurai Hatsume and one Grandmaster of the Six Samurai. You can banish 2 Six Samurais from your graveyard and or face up from your field to target 1 Six Samurai monster in your graveyard except for Hatsume. Special summon it, and you can only use this effect of Hatsume once per turn. And if exactly 1 Six Samurai you control and no other cards be destroyed by a card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard, having the same effect as the other Secret Six Samurais. And Grandmaster, as all of you know, is a veteran card. Just has an easy special summon by controlling only one of this card. And if you control a Six Samurai, you can special summon this card from your hand. So just good swarm power along with other cards like Kizan in the deck to quickly get monsters out on the field to use. And then for the tuners in the deck, I run 2 Kagemusha of the Six Samurai. This one works very, very well with Legendary Six Samurai Kageki, giving your Shien play right there with these cards. And during either player's turn, when exactly 1 face-up Six Samurai monster you control is targeted by a spell card, trap, or card effect that would have targeted this card, you can activate this effect, and that spell or trap effect now targets this face-up card in the field instead. So more of a protection play as well, just for that. But the fact that it is a tuner, just very, very important there. And the fact that it is an Earth tuner also gives you access to Naturia Beast, which along with Shien just sets up a great lockdown power against your opponents. But also, I run 2 Fuma. This one is probably the best of all the Secret Six Samurais. If it is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon 1 Six Samurai monster from your deck except for Fuma. And if exactly 1 Six Samurai it would be destroyed, it has the same protection effect by banishing as the other ones. But also being a level 1 gives you a very easy setup of Isolde on your field and then sending one of your bamboos, which would be the Cursed Bamboo most of the time for this play, to search out your other bamboo swords as well. And that is it for the monsters. We'll now move on to the spells. I run 3 Shien Smoke Signal. You add 1 level 3 or lower Six Samurai monster from your deck to your hand, so having the options to search out a lot of your good level 3s definitely does come in handy, so definite 3 of. I also run 3 Six Samurai United. This is just great draw power, setting this card up first, then special summoning out a good number of Six Samurai to the field and putting counters on this card, maximum 2, and sending it to the graveyard to draw 1 for each Bushido counter on this card. A definite 3 of, just for easy draw power if you open up multiples as well. And I have 1 Shien Dojo. If you wanted to bump it up to 2, and like I said, wanted to run great Shogun Shien, you could consider taking out the 2 Legendary Secrets of the Six Samurais for 1 more Shien's Dojo and 1 Great Shogun Shien. Player preference, 100% there. And also 1 Gateway of the 6. The only thing, obviously, since we have a ban list creeping up, if this does change, some of these numbers might increase if we do end up getting more Gateway. I know a lot of people would like to see this, and if it does happen, obviously, before this video is made, just my consideration to reduce a couple of the either the equip spells or monster count for additional gateways as well, if that does happen, of course. And I also run 1 Reinforcements in the Army, just like Shien Smoke Signal, just easy search for any of your level 4 or lowers. And then for the Golden Bamboo Sword plays, I run the 3 Golden Bamboo Swords. If you control Bamboo Sword, equip spell, draw 2 cards. So just very, very easy for draw power and search. And I run the 3 Cursed Bamboo Swords. Now this card, search, and the fact that it is an equip spell, definitely does come in handy there. So having this card for the send off of Isolde is very, very key for your search for your Broken Bamboo Sword, which then you can equip onto one of your warriors and then get the draw power with your Golden Bamboo Sword. Having the equip spells along with 1 Phoenix Blade just for your send for Isolde, so you have plenty of targets to go for the Link monster to special summon out warrior monsters. And then for the traps, I just run 1 double-edged sword technique just for easy special summons from your graveyard to reuse monsters. If you didn't want to run any traps and go full spells, you can add in an additional equip spell instead of this card. But once again, I do like it for the option, so I decided to stick it at 1 for that sole reason. And then that is it for the main deck. We'll now be moving on to the extra deck. I have 2 legendary 6 Samurai Shien. I know the card is at 3. I was just mixing around cards, trying to think what would be the best option. And just for the plays you can go for, I like 2 for that fact. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a spell or trap, quick effect, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. And if this card on the field would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy another 6 Samurai you control instead. It is your powerhouse, like I said, being a level 5 with 2,500 attack is very, very crucial for sure for your cards, but just having this setup for your plays is another key reason that I like to run it. Like I said, it's your number 1 6 Samurai for sure to get out. I also run 1 Naturia Beast, more lockdown if you can make this play happen for sure against your opponent. And then for the exceeds, I run 1 Shadow of the 6 Samurai. It's situational most of the time. If you want to run a 3rd Shien, this could be a potential target to take out. Because there are other exceeds, I definitely go for more, including Levier with all the level 3s we have. 1 Utopia and 1 Utopia the Lightning for more rank 4 plays, along with Tornado Dragon as well. And then for our fusion option, I run 1 Secret 6 Samurai Rihan. It is a special summon by sending the above cards you control to the graveyard, just 3 6 Samurais with different attributes. And then it has a banish effect, which definitely does help against your opponent as well if you end up needing to go into this situation if you don't have the tuners or the exceed power ahead of you. And then for the Link monsters, I have 1 Isolde in here. If you wanted to run a second one, you could take out the 1 Underclock Taker. But most of the time, just the 1 should be good for your setup as long as it successfully goes off. But if you're scared of hand traps, obviously, then a second copy might not be a bad idea as well. And lastly, I run 1 Triple Burst Dragon, 1 Nightmare Cerberus, 1 Borolo Dragon, and 1 Boral Sword Dragon to finish off the extra deck. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed. For the longest time, I wasn't a fan of 6 Samurais, but as I saw more and more support come out of the deck actually grew on me, and become a big fan of all the plays for sure. So if you're looking for a good deck to go after, definitely one to consider for sure, because you never know, we might get more 6 Samurai support later down the road. But until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and Kira Twig out.